Hello everyone. Let's just double check also that the audio is hitting in the red, which is what I want, just otherwise you don't hear much. And welcome to Rush Pirate 1. Hopefully you'll enjoy today. So, I've just realised Windows 3 screen is not on there, so let me just take that off and put Amiga Monday back on. Got it, just falling out of not style, practice with certain things. Most of the time I'm usually quite on the ball, but apparently I've not been on the ball today, especially with Amiga stuff. Right, there you go, a bit better now. Anyway, so today we've got Amiga format CD14, so we've still got the workbench folder to go through. We've got demo scene stuff, and I think we're on Happening 95, that folder. Hopefully there'll be some demos we can play in there. And then we've got Deuteros, which I've been off stream trying to build the resources, and this time I've managed to do, I think I went back a couple of saves. So we had, where I found 5 stations, and I basically, with some of it being on stream and some of it being off stream, I've basically just tried to get 50,000 resources on everything. I've not done it through all the resources, but there's a lot of resources now, and I've made sure that each station now has 2, or at least there's 1 ship ready in each station. There's 1 yet to go through, and the idea is I build another station, annoy the Methanians, and then as soon as I get research, everyone is being put as, everyone, all stations is basically going to go battle station straight up. We're just going to build everything straight away. I also need to remember to train some pilots, and I think the best way to do that is just to dump them in the shuttles that go backwards and forwards. Leave that to go through, and they'll be captains in no time, and then we should be able to cross fingers, do well with that one. So we'll have to see on that, but we'll get to that at the end, or near the end of the stream. So let's dig out the Amiga format CD. And for those of you that are new, it's actually on here because it's an ISO. One of the things I do love about the modern Amigas is the fact that they can do ISO stuff. Seriously Amiga, shareware, and we're on this one. So, got a few folders, hopefully I'll get through it all today. We've got a data type for JFIF. Shareware one. So JFIF, I think it is a new JPEG data type which is based on the latest JFIF sources. It does support progressive JPEG and all other things, introduced with 6A, reads progressive JPEG, but data types cannot display images progressively, instead only as a single chunk. With the, I think this is this the version for Workbench? I'm not sure. Produces 256 color palette based either with non-Freud Steinberg or order differing, or ham 6.8 output with Ralph Schmidt's picture data type version 43. Oh, so it's the picture data type. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure whether that's standard with Amiga. Probably isn't, actually thinking about it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is that. We've got an LJPEG data type. Never heard of that one before. I've heard of JPEG 2000. It's lossless JPEG codec 1.0. Not much more information on that one. PNG data type. Way back in 97, I think this is. Based on the latest PNG sources, zlib, libpng. So this is from sort of Unix type thing, especially zlib. SVG data type. That's the one I got confused with, I think the other month, and it wasn't SVG, it was something else. Yes, that's the one. SuperView graphics. I thought this was scalable vector graphics. That's the one I got confused with. Have I been in this folder before? I think so. Because Bench Trash was the Mac-based bin. We've done this folder. Well, that's good. It means I can move on. Pretty sure. Let's just double check this. I think I have played it. Sorry, done through this one because there was stuff in it that I remember reading. Unless I got part way through. Alright, you know what? Skip it. Let's go to the reader stuff. The complete random, could be anything in here kind of folder. So we've got gallery, we'll look at last because usually that's quite big. So we'll start with this one. Eagle model for real 3D. This is the model of the Eagle, the multi-purpose spacecraft from the sci-fi series Space 1999 for real 3D. I made it a year or so ago in 1.4, recently I've upgraded fused with V2 and V3. I've updated it in V3, but not used it in 3 specific things, and a quick test in V2 showed no problems. Setting up is straightforward. Just import with load objects and load the materials with load materials. Only the pad for the textures probably needs to be altered. The pad is now work and in file Eagle textures. I like my models to be as accurate as possible. To do this, I have made use of the well-known model for Airfix. There had been one lying around in pieces, so I measured it, put everything down in 8 A3 drawings and used them as reference. It's a proven method with which works very well. For details not in a model, I refer to the photos from the book UFO and Space 1999 from Chris Drake, published by Boxtree. But mostly to very old photos I had lying around from the Procast magazine, most likely the Dutch EVRO board, because there are several different configurations and it's difficult to pinpoint with photos with model. Of course, being accurate also has its drawbacks. You can forget about rendering this model on a stock 1200. My Eagle must have at least around 10 megabytes. I've tried to degrade the size by making the panels from the landing gear boxes with bump maps, but I just can't get the right look, so they remain objects. Also, the beak remained the same. It would have been great to do it in B-splines, but again, I couldn't get enough control to do it right, and still reasonable amounts of savings on memory used. Despite these problems, I hope this model makes a nice addition to the growing collection of sci-fi models for the 3D rendering packages. At least it's something else other than the shit version of the USS Enterprise. This model is public domain apart from the reasonable amount to cover the cost of copying the files. No money should be charged for it. Okay. Can we actually see textures? Oh, we've got a JPEG, which doesn't work. I don't know. Might be finding. Might be able to load it, sorry. Oh, there we go. That's alright. Now, wrong with that. We'll be able to open these because we don't have real 3D. But it's nice to give the JPEG. Thanks for reading the VB file. In my directory you'll find 7 pictures I've either drawn by hand or using Lightwave 3D 3.5. Yeah, it's the most fantastic piece of software ever, and one utility. 3 pictures may have been withheld due to copyright reasons. Pictures were as follows. Billy had terrible wind, a version of a birthday card I once bought. Every Saturday night as above. Maud finds another, guess. Lemmings on a landscape. This is a lemming with a parachute on a lovely landscape. I drew this about 3 years ago and added the background when I got Vista Pro 3 Lite a few months back. Reservoir grayscale JPEG, a JPEG of something I've only just done in Lightwave 3D 3.5. I converted it to the greys because it looks a lot better and clearer than Reservoir JPEG, this one. The colour version of a Reservoir picture, I think it's alright, let you decide. Shadow JPEG. A picture of Shadow Cruiser from the best TV sci-fi series ever produced, Babylon 5. The graphics were done on the Amiga, by the way. We always get reminded of that. The utility, Flister version 1.1 takes all the hassle out of deleting a program. It deletes all the files linked to that program, meaning there's no more searching for your hard drive or press files. Okay. Alright, so this is person from Shropshire. That's the Flister one. Oh, I'm going to have to show everything because I don't see. Oh, unless they've put his stuff in the gallery, that could be it. Right, okay, that's fine. Worms levels. Halloween one. It's alright, it's kind of reminiscent a little bit of Cauldron from the ZX Spectrum. Just the way that the stuff's on the floor and the crypt at the bottom of the door. Cyber City. Bit flashback style. Telecom. Oh, that's nice. I like the dishes. That's okay. Alright, well that's levels for Lemmings. And here we've got some search guide, CD index. Oh, is this where you can, is someone's basically labelled where all the commercial programs are on different Amiga formats? So you can get, you know where they are, you can quickly find it. So Real 3D was on Amiga format 1. That was 1.4. And then 3, they brought out 2.49. Interesting. Can do. I did take that to, I think that's the one I'm using to write the remake of Last Half of Darkness on. So that's the one I got from there. I'm wondering whether this AS2 is the CD one, because we're at 14 now. Got personal painting there, I remember seeing that. It's nice, and look how big it is. All the programs that have been put in the past 14 CDs. So it's probably, I'm assuming this will be the search guide where you could just type it in and go and find it. That's actually pretty good. Okay, Martin Bell, what have you brought? Imagine Dropship Object by Martin Bell. Dropship featured in the film Aliens. It was modelled on Imagine 3 and 4. It was approximately 660k in size. Used about 6.5 meg of memory to quick render and ray traced the 12-bit IBLM 8 high-res Ham 8 render uses about 8.5 meg. Weapons pods, both front and rear, have been grouped so that they can be rotated to the open position. No textures have been used and the brushes are all supplied. The brush pass should be all correct as long as the complete dropship imp drawer is put inside the Imagine drawer. If you do have any problems with the brushes, I suggest you use a PD program called IOP edited by Darren Williams. That should solve it. I got Imagine, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to I don't even know what program that is. Oh cool, I can see it, okay. Didn't think it'd open. Oh, that's that texture that goes around the missile itself, I think. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else in here? It's just the brushes. Oh, that's the object file. So yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to open that because I don't think I would be successful. Or maybe I should. You know what? Let's try it. Yeah, I've got Imagine 3, so I should be able to load it. I'm assuming I just do it in this one. And now I've got to remember what the name was. I think it was Martin Bell. Oh. Oh, that looks good. Now here's the question, can I see it? I can't remember how. Where's the render function? Quick render. See how many Ds this takes. Mind you, I'm not on a stock Amiga, so it should be relatively quick. If I've done it correctly. Mind you, I don't have an FPU, so that's probably going to slow things down a bit. there, humble squire. Somebody's basically done a dropship from Aliens, and I've decided to open it up in Imagine. Because I was going to say no, and then I thought, you know what, let's just see what happens if I can. I just can't remember how to render it properly. So if I do solid instead. So that took a little bit. Try shaded. I'll try this again. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna move on. With this kind of thing been done with the video, I don't know. Some people, so there was somebody previously was talking about the Eagle craft that they did, and they basically just used images and stuff like that. So I'm going to quit this. I can't sort of get it to render. So just to show what Martin Bell said, I'm assuming they've just kind of, he didn't say much about it, he just said he just put it together. So I'm assuming he's probably got some like technical manual with, who did this guy did the Eagle one, and basically said, I'm assuming he's got a model for the Eagle anyway, and then he's used drawings as well. That's how he's done his. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming maybe there's just some sort of reference they've used. Because I don't think there were any models of the dropship in Aliens, but you did see technical manual stuff, so they might have used that. I mean, nowadays you've got the blueprints. Have I ever shown you the blueprints? So, Aliens book I've got is like this big, like really, really big. And it's got all the blueprints of different films. Let me just see if I can find it. Okay, so this here is the Alien blueprints. It is quite big. Don't know what to put it to scale. See, a mobile phone to scale. So you can see it's actually quite a big book. So in here, you can see it gives you massively detailed stuff. The Nostromo, and these are the decks. So you can see that's, which deck is that one that I've just shown you? It's B deck. It's the Quarantine. bunk showers. Just trying to think where there should be. It's where the med bay is. That's deck B. So in comparison, when we go to the alien section, this is the Sulaco and it is a pull-out. You can see how that is massively pulled out, and it is back-sided as well. Apologies if you can't see everything, but it is a big book, to be fair. And if we look to see if the dropship is there, which I believe it is, where's the dropship going? I can actually see the hangar bay for the dropship. That's where the hangar bay bit is. There we go. And that is details for the dropship there. So it does aliens, so you get stuff like that. Shows you Hadley's Hope. That's that there. In the top section, you get to see different bits. There is massive amounts of Hadley's Hope in here. There's small bits on Alien 3, not a massive amount. I'd like to have seen a bit more. So that is the refinery from Fury 161. You would have seen that section in the film. What else we got? Because that's Aliens. Oh, this is Alien Resurrection. So you'll probably recognise this ship here. That's the Betty. What else we got? We've got Covenant in here. And yeah, have we got the... just double check that. Didn't realise I've got the Covenant in this. Oh yeah, does also does Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Resurrection, Prometheus, and Covenant. So yeah, but this is a really nice book, especially if you want to be really geeky and watch the film like Alien and be like, so they're about here right now, which I have done. I am not going to say I've not done, because I have done that. Just a new way to watch the film that I've seen several times over. Remember it being said that they used this for Babylon 5. Oh, you mean the technical manual stuff? Very cool. It's crazy that somebody goes ahead and draws out engineering plans for this. Yeah. If you want to build yourself in a strawberry garden. I think the neighbours might be a bit pissed off. Right, so what we got next? This looks interesting. A fighting game. Capoeira, I think that is a dance fight sport for style from Brazil. I've never heard of this. A musical instrument called berimbau is played during a fight, and Baravento is the name of the fastest berimbau rhythm in the final fight. Game was written to run on an A600 machine, so the speed increases on an A1200. If you wish to decrease it, do this. Disable CPU caches. Get a degraded 1.3 program. This is going to be stupidly fast, isn't it? Oh, well, let's have a look. Let's see how fast this is. It didn't like that, did it? Nope. Doesn't like my machine. Fine. This usually happens. Eddie Guardo and Tekken 3 did that. Oh, the dance thing. Well, that was a shame. I kind of wanted to see that. If you want to see it yourselves, it's on CD14 for Amiga format. Interesting that it quite happily runs an A600. I'll have to let now Graham know and see if I can get it to run. Make sure everything's assigned. That was Murado, Paolo. We got Formula. Have we played this before? Is this the one with the... I think we've played this before. So there is Alien Quest for a good F1 game. Maybe we haven't. So there's an F1 game out there that you're in the car, and it's kind of like in a Super Monaco kind of seat, but you use the mouse to move, and it's actually quite nice. But I'm not quite sure if this is that game, because we've seen it a couple of times. Let's see if it does it. Yeah, it's the same one. Look at this. It's nice, don't get me wrong. And the way that the reflections is going on the car, it's really, really nice. But it's just very difficult to control. Yeah, it's like No Second Prize, but at least with that one I can control it. This one, it just feels really hard to do. So I thought it was this one. And so this has been on this disc a few times, to be honest. Suspension. At least I can press Q to quit. P. Tompkins with some PlayStation stuff. The PlayStation database. Since the Amiga game scene has gone flat, lots of Amiga owners have bought new console. The games are expensive and at most are mediocre. The purpose of this database is for any Amiga owners that acquired a PlayStation would like to play decent games on it. You can use it as a guide for swapping games with friends or with swap clubs to see if a game is worth renting or buying. There's one drawer with 2 files in it. They're called PlayStation ASCII and PlayStation Final Data. Owners of the program Final Data can load the database from the project menu open. If you do not have it, you can still load the ASCII version. When it's loaded, you'll see them in alphabetical order together with genre and rating. Guide to ratings. I have played computer games for over 10 years, so I should know a good game when I see one. Most magazines use percentage to rate games rather than breach copyright and copy out their percentages. My ratings are as follows: equivalent to 59% and below, crap; 60 to 79 bracket, not bad; 80 to 89 bracket, good; equivalent to 90 to 98 bracket, brilliant; anything over 98 is perfect. Okay. Let's see what he's listed. "3D Lemmings," good. In fact, actually, does anybody want to give me a game from the PlayStation? Let's see what he's rated it. Loves the Alien Trilogy one. Assault Rigs actually is supposed to be quite good. Not bad for Battle Arena Toshinden. Blast Chamber, one of my favourites. He's put not bad. Blood Omen, he's put not bad. That's interesting. So he's played Crash Bandicoot, but he's labelled it kids, but not actually giving it a rating. That's a bit of a weird thing to do. I mean, alright, whatever. Where did I go? Here. I'd love to go back to the PS1 era. I'll just live there. Crusader No Remorse, not bad. Siberia isn't really a shooter if it's the one I'm thinking of. It's very kind of, it's like an adventure style. It allows me thinking of something else. Didn't like Dark Forces, but then again it was on PlayStation, so it might not have translated well. Love Die Hard Trilogy. Thought Doom was okay. Fade to Black, a game that most people just couldn't get their heads into. I think on the PC I couldn't do because I remember the controls on that being terrible. So it might have worked better on the PlayStation. Final Doom was one of the early Dooms that I played. I think I went from 2 to Final Doom, and then finally actually played the first one via the Ultimate, via the... Is it Ultimate Doom? Yeah, Ultimate Doom. No Final Fantasy, but I don't think that had been released yet. Hard to please this lad. mean, Gex is a kid's game, but I think a lot of people still like it. Crazy Ivan is a mech game. I've got it for the Saturn. It's not bad, actually. Loaded is quite fun. It's got the same kind of style as GTA, you know, that kind of top-down thing, and the way that the camera moves. It's not like GTA is like an open world, you know, can nick cars and things. So I'm not saying you can do that in it. I'm just saying that the camera style are kind of similar. Feel free to disagree. You thought Need for Speed was okay? That's good. Oh, brilliant, sorry. Didn't hate it. Feel free to say in chat if you disagree with whatever he's saying. I'm trying to keep this as slow as possible so you can read through it. I'm just trying to pick out the ones that I kind of know of. Did not like Primal Rage. That's interesting. I'm not sure how the port went on the PlayStation, but I wasn't expecting that. Oh, come on. That's a bit unfair for Rayman. Thought Resident Evil was good. Never got on with Primal Rage, fair enough. Ridge Racer, one of the two racing games that was vying for. So it was Ridge Racer, and what was the other one? Was it Gran Turismo at that point, or was it something else? No, was it Daytona was the other one that he was up against. Thought Rise of the Robots 2 wasn't bad. I think it is a bit of an average game. I've never played this, although I'm pretty sure that went on the Mega CD. It was kind of like an isometric style. I've got this for Sega Saturn. It's quite nice. Didn't like Street Fighter the movie. We're on a Tekken ones now. So Tekken was good. Tekken 2, brilliant. That's the only two he's got. Oh, he was on a Mega Drive 2, okay. Remember the risky advert I did for Starfighter 3 thing? I did not. Right, you'll have to, if you can find it, let me know, because I want to see that. One of the craziest, not craziest, but the, you know, when it's kind of like edgy type of adverts, was Unreal. So it was a double page spread. On one side was someone pulling their tongue out, like kind of like this, like that. But the tongue would go from one page to the other, and as it's going through, it turns into like a snake. And that was all they did for the advert, and I thought that was interesting. Loved Tomb Raider. to Shinden, thought it was okay. Only good for Wing Commander 3. But again, I think it just depends on how well it translates over. WWF has never had a good... from what I've been hearing, WWF has always been a bit kind of... You never usually get a really good game in WWF, and that's through all formats, through all of time. So I'm not surprised that this is kind of not in a great light. Okay, and he kind of liked XCOM as well. Let me have a look at this, thank you very much. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see why that didn't, yeah, okay. Speaking of which, I don't know whether I actually showed you this. I do actually have... Because I got it, I can't remember where I found it. I don't know if I've got it to hand. No, I don't think I've got it to hand. Okay, I was going to say, I do actually have a copy of Battlecruiser 3000. I've also got the, is it the version 2 that came out? But it's under this, it's under something that's called Battlecruiser 3050, and I'm like, is that a different thing? But no, I don't know why it's in that kind of box. But yeah, I thought I had it to hand, but I don't. Just double check. No, I don't have it to hand. But I will be playing that at some point, because I heard about it and I thought it was a cool, well, it sounded like an interesting game. So we'll have to play that at some point. In fact, actually, I could probably... In fact, no, I will try and get it. Because if you've never seen anybody with it... Because I don't think I've seen anybody with it. Apart from me, obviously. I should have it close by. Yes, found it. Right, you ready for proof in the pudding? Right, there you go. That is my copy of Battlecruiser 3000 AD. And that's not 3050, it's 3030. So this here, that's what confused me when I first got it, because I was like, oh, is this like an upgrade? It is an upgrade, it's version 2, but it's not 3030. So I don't know why it's in there. And that is the CD that's in there. So yeah, we will play that at some point. It will be interesting to see if it does actually do okay with the Sidewinder. And that's the CD in there. There you go. get this from? Was it one of the... I think, and I can't be 100% sure. I either got it from Blackpool Play Expo, or I got it from one of the game markets that they usually do. I strongly suspect it's probably one of the game markets that I got it from. But I was happy I got it. Yes, I do. This is the Dreamcast area over here. The most recent one I got was this. So I actually do have Unreal Tournament for Dreamcast here. I got a couple of games that I need to get again, so I bought some games like Urban Chaos, and it turned out there's nothing in it. Or there was another one which was, was it this one or was it that one? So was it, yes, this here I got. And then I opened up the case to find absolutely nothing. No CD, nothing. And I got the manual, that's about it. And I did check to see if the CD was in the manual, but it's not. So yeah, I spent, I think, like a tenner or something on a game that doesn't exist. So I now need to go through eBay and find a CD-only option if I can. And there was another game that I bought, which was... what was it? I can't remember. It was Deadly Skies, was it, or something like that? I got, and the CD was scratched to hell, and I'm gonna have to find another CD just to replace that one now. No, I don't have a mouse or DC for that, unfortunately. Well, I suppose I've got the box now. If I can get a CD with it, it'd be fine. So, I mean, that's the thing, you can find a lot of loose cut CDs on eBay, so I can kind of replace it. That's how I managed to replace this. So I bought this years ago. Had nothing in it apart from a manual, so eventually I just found, I didn't get the gold version, I just bought the two games separately and stuck it in there. So just a nice way for me to put back in the box. We're getting an ad start in about 30 minutes, so I'm going to switch over to be right back, and I will see you all after the ads. Until then, see you in a minute.
Far away in the distant future, on an asteroid that was once the Earth, a young man comes face to face with the destiny of mankind. Embark on a fantastic adventure and experience for yourself one of the greatest epics of all time. You must make the difficult choices for 4 compelling characters, each confronted with a different set of soul-wrenching challenges in the eternal battle between heroes and gods. Discover 6 original universes, rich with sweeping landscapes, mysterious interiors, and intriguing technologies, accompanied by Richard Wagner's musical masterpiece. Fearless heroes, proud valkyries, and cunning dwarves await you, as together You walk a path of tyranny, greed, rebellion, and hope. Ring. The legend is in your hands.
This crime I have committed freely and have paid for with my own soul. But if you take the ring to your master, it will fly in the face of all you attempt, of all that was and is and shall be. This ring belongs to me. I invoke curses to obtain this ring, and now, in turn, I curse it too. May it bring death to he who wears it. May all lust after it, and may he who wears it know nothing but pain and anxiety. May the master of the ring become its slave for all eternity. May he live in the unremitting grip of fear, and doomed to death, may he suffer the agony of unfulfilled desires until I have in my hand again that which was taken from me.
Ring. The legend is in your hands.
Yeah, that ring advert is a bit kind of weird. Starts off kind of serious, and then that character comes in and it gets a bit silly. So it's like, okay. What were you saying? Don't have a mouse and keyboard. I do have a steering wheel for it. When I first got the Dreamcast, before the bubble came in, you know, the retro bubble, I got the Dreamcast with a steering wheel, a few games, a couple of VMUs, 2 controllers. Did I say steering wheel? And a steering wheel for £15. That was a very good bargain back in those days because nobody cared about them at that point. It's like when I got the Amiga 1200. I ended up getting 2. So the story basically that I usually say is I bought one, it didn't turn up, so I bought another one, and they both turned up at the same time. So I've got the wedge one, which is one of them that turned up, and the other one is in this case here. So I've now got one stock and one that I've kitted out a bit more. And the good thing about having a stock one is sometimes if the one you kitted out doesn't work with some games, the stock one will. So you got that sort of thing. And then I got the A600 because I'd misplaced the power supply unit for the A1200. So I was looking for a power supply unit, and nobody was selling one on its own. So I think I must have researched or something and found that the A600 did have, or somebody said that the A600 had the power pack that comes with it, kind of works with an A1200. So I bought the So I bought the 600. And by the time I got it home, I ended up finding the other misplaced power supply unit anyway. So it's like, right, well, I've got an A600 now. So there's supposed to be kind of another budget A500 anyway, because it's actually supposed to be called it was supposed to be called, I think it was the A300 or the A250 or something like that. And then for some reason they decided to call it the A600, but it's got no connection with the A1200 whatsoever. Apart from the fact that it does have a hard drive, which is nice, and it does have an upgraded chip because it's on the ECS, not the OCS, and obviously it has no number pad. No refund for what the Dreamcast stuff. I think I'd already got home by that point, so I was just like, it's happened a couple of times where I've bought something that's not been. It's not all the time, it's just on like odd occasion. So the Sega Saturn, I've got 3 copies of Starfighter 3000. Now I can't remember why I got the second copy, but the first time I bought it, I opened up the box and it wasn't a Starfighter 3000. It was Street Fighter the movie that was in there. So I was just like, oh, okay. But yeah, I think I just was like, well, at least I've got the box, so at least that's something. Wait to see what happens with the... Oh, are they actually bringing out the A500 Maxi? Because I wasn't sure if they were going to do it or not. Well, that's his list anyway. It was in the works. Alright, fair enough. Millennium. Watching the Millennium approach is never at the top of anyone's list of great pastimes, but now it can still not be the top. For here is your very own full-colour, full-screen countdown monitor, great as a screensaver, except that it isn't. Read the docs for full details. Lickware. If you like it, you must lick your screen. Let's see if it breaks. Brewed in Liverpool, UK. Millennium is only collaborated for years 97 to 2000. So I guess it's looked at my clock and gone, nah, you passed it now, mate. Millennium is my first attempt at writing a program, but it's basic. Int BB2 brilliant. Written really as a programming exercise, but it's as it's turned out, looking rather neat is where I'm supposed to put on. In my honest opinion, what the hell? You can have a copy. Who knows? It may just be of some use. Being caught up at work recently with a race to ensure all software won't fall down like a bag of soggy on the January 1st 2000 prompted me, sad isn't it, to write a quick Millennium countdown clock in mainframe Rex. This code is formed part of this souped up Amiga version. The PC version is currently ported straight from this. It didn't take long to put together. Coding, as I've said, MBB2, graphics and icon in P-Paint. Sounds, if there are any included here, originally from the Weird Science Multimedia Toolkit, beer from the hot coffee house, Picton kebabs from Honest Abdul's with extra chili. It's basically a clock. Full screen clock. We couldn't see it anyway because I think it was thinking we're past the time. Yeah, no, it doesn't do it. Alright, fair enough then. From what I read, it's actually going to be full size A1200 rather than the 500. Being delayed but apparently coming. Isn't the 1200 slightly smaller than the 500? I think that's correct? Or is it the other way around? I don't know. Okay, let's look at Theo Costas. Brushbatch Drawer. For the Imagine Objects. green flags. Is there anything rendered? Amiga 500 to the 2000 in a Morphe type thing. Not too bad, but I would have liked it to be a bit slower. Okay, animation, you've just broke my machine. Look like I'm reset. I always thought they were bigger, but I don't think I've actually seen one in the flesh. Please don't tell me you've broke my machine. That's the first time I've ever seen this. Oh no. Oh dear. No bad smells coming from there. Let's do the 2 mouse button trick. Okay, live on stream, and my machine is broken. I have no idea how. You'd think it wouldn't even get to the Kickstarter if something pops. Maybe. I mean, it can get to this point. So almost like it's not seeing the so that's the disk drive. It's like it's not seeing the compact flash. So I've tried booting through the keyboard, I've tried turning this off. Maybe if I try like a proper shut off at the back and leave it a few minutes. Turn it off at the back. All I did was I opened up an animation file and that was it. I don't think I've installed anything on this. We've not used it in... Well, I used it earlier on today to do Deuteros stuff. And that's all I did with it. Is the interface internal? What do you mean? What, the card... Oh, wait a minute. I've got this still plugged in. I don't know why it affected it, but the flash card is internal. I've not opened anything with the system. This is weird. Unless the flash card has given up the ghost, but it seems to be okay. There's been nothing. It means I'm gonna have to take everything off. Unless it's just too warm in the room. I mean, it is a little bit warm. I can't see if that would have been an issue. Means I can't play Deuteros now. And I was building the I built the resources up, so we had 50,000. We're on 125. I might have to call it another stream, because if I can't, I've got nothing else. I have to do through the Mister. What do you think, chat? Do you want me to pull up the Mister and we just do some random game? Mind you, I don't know. The problem with that is I can't remember if I've got enough games in the Mister. I've got plenty of games, but it's the Amiga stuff. Because I hardly use it because I don't really need to. Because I wasn't expecting this to happen, you know. Yeah, it might be a faff. See, I don't know what else to do, because I've told it to boot without a startup sequence, so it should just pick up the hard drive. I've now taken this out. I have the external floppy, or the external GoTech. Try and plug that in and see if it picks anything up. So this is supposedly loading up. This is flashback supposedly. I can't remember the how to load into the. There's a way to mount stuff, and I can't remember how to do it. Okay, I've got Disc Doctor on Amiga OS 3.2. Let's see if that loads. No, not that, sorry. It wasn't intentional. Dick Doctor. Just trying to find any instructions for it. See, it doesn't find TH at all. Looks like my desk has just died on me. See if it sees anything with HD set up. I'm assuming you're supposed to know if the disk is about to die on you, rather than just going bang done. I'll have a quick look at this HD setup, and if it doesn't have anything on, I'm probably just going to end the stream because I've got nothing back to me. Today was supposed to be my non-Maydos day. And then I can, get back to some Amiga stuff. Wasn't expecting this, to be honest. This is Scuzzy Unknown. Right, well, see if I can just load a game first. Maybe I can do a game before we go. I do have Nightmare on this, which is Hoffman's Nightmare. I can't remember if it loads or not. Yeah, so do I. Had it set up all the way I wanted. Is this gonna load or is it just gonna give you the middle finger? No, I think that's what it did the last time. Alright, fair enough then. I can't even run this. I couldn't remember if I could get it running or not. Apparently not. Unless I try it again, but I don't. Actually, that might have been an idea. If I do... So that DF1 is the GoTech. Yeah, alright, it's worth trying to see if I can push it to a no cache thing, but no, that's fine. Okay, then, I think that's going to be it for today, unfortunately. Bit of a shame. I'm going to have to sort of have a look over this weekend or this week if I get a chance. If not, I still have my 1200. Still got my 600. I'll just have to work out what to do next. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a bit like, considering how many, a couple of years now we've been sat with this and it's been fine, and it's a bit of a kind of, I mean, I was thinking of upgrading the compact flash card at some point anyway, but like I didn't want it to go out like this, you know, just. Nice bit of surprise tinkering for the weekend. Yeah, it depends if I'm busy and that's the problem. Right, anyway, apologies everybody. Gonna have to cut it short. So, something's about to pop sooner or later. Yeah, I'll have to find out what it is. Maybe I just need to unseat everything and just let it. It might be just some random thing. I don't know. Hopefully not some random virus that I picked up, but I doubt it. Anyway, let's go into the ending screen. Okay, so this is on Mado's month, so I will be back. I'm not back tomorrow because I'm away for Indie Game Dev, so back on Friday. I do not know if I'm going to do some random games. So I will see if I get time to have a look through and see if I can find any. Again, I'll have to see if I can pick up a CD spindle or something. Probably unlikely nowadays. I'll have to order one. I've not had a chance to do that yet. So I'm either going to be playing the main game, Police Quest, SWAT, or think of something. Then Sunday is the main game, which is Police Quest SWAT at the moment. It is a pain in the arse of the game, because it's very brutal. Even, for example, there was a scenario whereby we were trying to get this 60-year-old with a gun, and there was one occasion where I'd managed to do it, and you got the good music of, yeah, you did well, and then the commander basically goes, yeah, you did okay, but there's mistakes, and you put, which is us, you've gone and buggered up, so you'll have to do that all over again. And it took several attempts. I even had to look at a walkthrough, and I still couldn't get it quite right. Yeah, it's very... Yeah, it's just one of those games, really, but we'll try and get through it. Yep, I will keep you updated on Discord if I get it working now. If not, I will, see what happens. If you're not on Discord, it is here. It's not the most active, but it is occasionally active. We do have chats here and there, but it's good to get some more chats in. Right, let's see what we've got for raiding, and then we can see if we can get you over to another Amiga person. I suspect that girl Joey is still going to be on. I think she was doing something German. Yeah, and now Graham kind of comes in at just slightly the wrong moment. But I'll wait till he pops in. Oh, Mitch, it is the wrong moment. I will show you why it's the wrong moment. Yeah, let me show you why it's the wrong moment, because this just happened. Right, I'm about to turn this on. Watch it start working now. That's all I'm getting now. I did nothing. We were just going through Amiga format CD14, and we looked at we were looking at animation files, and one of them didn't play properly, and then restarted, and this is what happened. We've had flashcards exploding all over the shop. Gee, oh, right, okay. So basically, when the flashcard dies, it just stops. That's it. It doesn't give you any warning. Just that's it. It just doesn't do anything. Because if that's the case, it's probably going to take me a couple of weeks. And actually, no, I could probably get another one quite quickly, actually. Because they're not that expensive, and it'll give me an opportunity to get an 8 gig one. Yeah, I mean, there was no indication of it dying. It just gone. Might be a summer thing. What do you think? It might be the heat. Plug it into the PC. Yeah, I'm not doing it now because it's too much of a faff. So that's why I said I was going to try and look at it at the weekend. I think I vaguely remember the way to do it. It's something to do with, don't you read it raw or something like that, and it just picks it up. Right, I'll have to have a nosy at getting some 8 gig cards. Is it just a general thing and I've just got to make sure I've got backups and then switch it out? Or is it just... Because I mean, I think I've been using this card now for the past 2 years, maybe? I'm guessing. Just feels a bit sort of short to be doing 2 years and then suddenly it's gone. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of things like SSDs. Because it's the same idea. Not the same technology, obviously, but it's that same sort of... I mean, at least with the hard drive, you knew when it was going, because it would kind of wobble a bit, you know, if you see what I mean. Yeah, right, okay. Oh, that's the other thing. You know what's on the hard drive? Just when I've been making oh shit, that's gone as well. So you know all that work that I put into the last half of Darkness remake, that was on that hard drive. And I spent all those hours putting those screens together. I don't think I can do it the same way again, that's the other issue. When mine died early last year, it was actually the CF adapter that died, not the card. Well, the adapter is actually, it sits right on the... Because I remember rightly, when I upgraded to 3.2... No, it wasn't the 3.2. It was when I was using the accelerator card. What I used to have was a... Actually, I think I've still got the... I used to have this. So I'll put this on webcam stream. So this is the... So this would sit like that. And you've got the IDEs there. So one would go to the CD and the other one would go to... oh, there's the primary port. The hard drive, and there's long cable. And one thing I found once I put the accelerator in was if you had too much of a long cable, it would cause the programs not to run properly. So I eventually found something that would sit on top of the the IDE, and it made everything work a lot faster. So that's why this got taken out. Might recover yet, thinking the bright side. I'm going to try to, because obviously I don't want to lose all that artwork stuff that I've been doing. Not only the artwork, the last half of Darkness stuff, because I was partway through it and I wanted to get back to it. That was just the last thing I wanted to do. But yeah. So apologies to everyone, but I can't do anything further. And the only reason why you probably saw me with Nightmare was I was trying to load it off GoTech, but I couldn't. But I remembered that it wouldn't actually load properly off this, so now it's just a bit annoying, that's all. Especially the way it just jumps and that's it, it's done. It just makes me not really want to use CF cards if they're gonna just die on me like that. It makes me want to sort of see if I can go and find a proper old school hard drive, but yeah. Anyway, I don't want to be more depressive of people on the stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you back to Amiga stuff, like I was doing before. I think we're going to go with That Girl Joey. It's only been up for about 3 hours. She's doing something in German. Fatal Heritage, apparently. Feels like I can just die in a whim, yeah. Right, let's get you all moved over to That Girl Joey. But before you go, just a reminder, it is my Maydo's event this year. This month is my Maydo's string. I'm currently doing Police Quest SWAT. I started doing Star Trek Klingon. I finished that in 2 streams. It was quite easy, and it wasn't bad. Police Quest SWAT, on the other hand, is a pain in the arse, so that's kind of making my teeth gnash at the moment. I am doing it from actual CD as well, because I did buy the Police Quest collection. Let me just grab it now. That is the collection there with SWAT behind it, all on CD, so not too slow. In fact, the speed's been quite good actually, so that's fine. So let's get you all over to That Girl Joey, and I will see you all, hopefully. It won't be tomorrow, like I said, because I'm at Indie Game Dev. It's probably going to be Friday. I will see you all, and I'll keep you updated in Discord about what's happening here. I might just have to buy a CF card and I've done with it. Before I go, is there any specific CF cards I should look out for, or should I just buy one and see what happens? The only ones I've seen, Police Quest, I think I've seen 1. I don't think I've ever seen people playing 2. I don't think I've seen much after that. I know Dr. CDCS did a load of them. And I think I came in when he did, I think he saw him do 1. And then he did, was it the one before the FMV? Is it 4 or something? And he was getting annoyed with that one. Don't know about cards. SanDisk. Okay, no problem. I'll try SanDisk one. Probably just jump to an 8 gig. And then at least I've got a massive amount. Maybe I'll buy 2 of them and see. I've got 1 backup. But yeah. Right, anyway. Let me start that raid. Get you all out. Keep the Amiga flow going. Okay, till then, see you all later. Bye.